There we go. Good afternoon, everyone. A bunch of people are coming in now. We're still working on technical issues. I have you all as students muted. The faculty are all helping me kind of host the event, so they'll be letting people in and monitoring the chat if anybody's chatting, or if there's any technical difficulties and you have questions, you can ask in the chat. Faculty will be looking at that. We're keeping an eye out. The dean of our college was supposed to be joining us as well. She hasn't logged in yet either. So we're going to keep an eye out for both them and as well as the speaker and the dean. But I do want to get started in a little bit. I'm trying to see how many people we have here. I think we had 39 people who said they were going to be attending. Of course, you guys are probably used to this. Maybe not Michelle's students as much, but we are running on social work time, which means we're running 10 to 15 minutes late as usual, right? Because we're always struggling to solve problems beforehand. So I really thank you all for joining us. If you have seen the program, it isn't very long. It's
forget about our graduation.
Yeah. So I'm gonna mute Michelle. So there you go. So basically, the way it's going to work is I will do a welcome, and then from there you'll have hopefully, if we can get to it in time, Michelle's going to do an invocation, but right now she's dealing with the other person, so I might steal her invocation and do it if she's off screen again, because she did send it to me. I couldn't unmute her.
And forgot, we're waiting for Bill, okay? So if you want to do the invocation, and then I will step aside.
Okay. All right. So Michelle's going to do the invocation. We are recording this. All of our technical stuff is on the recording. We'll try to cut that out, and then we'll share the recording with all of you so you can share it with family and friends. So.
Okay. So this is a Buddhist prayer. In the spirit of our inclusivity and diversity. So I will begin. Be generous in prosperity and thankful in adversity. Be fair in thy judgment and guarded in thy speech. Be a lamp unto those who walk in darkness and a home to the stranger. Be eyes to the blind and a guiding light unto the feet of the erring. Be a breath of life to the body of humankind, and draw to the soil of the human heart, and a fruit upon the tree of humility. Namaste.
Namaste. And I am just about to, we're still waiting on Karen Obsnick, the dean, so hopefully she will join us.
She said she didn't get a link, Bart. She doesn't have a link. That was her issue. And then Bill was calling in on me when I was trying to.
Bill's on right now.
Hi, are you on?
Yeah. So.
Oh, you're on, okay.
And I think he's in here somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, there he is. At least he's in here. So I did make him a co-host, so.
No, I don't see him.
He's way down the list because he just got admitted.
Okay.
So there's 40 some people in the room. So.
Oh, there he is. He's muted. Unmute. I'm trying to unmute him.
I also made him a co-host. He should be able to.
Okay. Hello.
Hi, Bill.
Hi.
We hear you, but we don't see you.
Yeah, it says that my device is not compatible with your system. That my device doesn't work with Zoom. So I wonder if you should just go ahead with the ceremony, and then I could call you, at the end when it's my time to speak, and I could just talk on the phone.
Or you could just do it this way, And then one of the options is we can see if we can add your picture to.
Yeah, don't worry about that. But I can watch this way because I can see you really well, Bart.
And we can hear you, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's fine. I could just, I have my speech already, so I don't have to be on the screen,
Okay.
They're not missing anything there.
Oh, no, they're missing your lovely face, so that's.
Well, I warned Michelle I was a techno toddler last night.
Yeah, it happens. We all are adjusting to these
Yeah.
new processes, et cetera, so.
Because I'd hate to have the graduates waiting, because I can't get this to work.
That's okay. We're gonna go ahead.
Okay.
Michelle can keep trying to work with you on if we can get it sorted. If one of the other faculty could take the email link that I sent this morning and get that to Karen. I CC'd Karen on the email, so I don't know why she doesn't have it. So I'm muting Michelle right now. So basically I'm the only one.
But you can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. So.
Great. Well, that's all we really need.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna mute
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm gonna mute you for now. So. All right. So I just wanted to get started with a welcome. Again, there is a whole bunch of you, and looks like we now have the dean has joined as well. So we kind of have everybody in here, and I think almost all of the students as well. There might be 2 or 3 who will straggle in as we're starting this. Pretty typical of a graduation, whether it's virtual or not, that we're starting a little late. I was thinking about this, and I was thinking, what do I say for a welcome? And as I thought about it, some of you have heard similar words, or at least some of these words that I have said before, because I did write to the students I had this semester kind of an open letter about the process of kind of how ending in this way underneath the pandemic has been a very unique challenge. So one of the things when this first all started happening, we immediately went online. For some of you in different programs, you may have been fully online already, but it also meant you couldn't come to campus. You couldn't meet with your faculty member. You couldn't do on-campus student activities. And there was a professor from the University of North Carolina that had kind of a description of all the things that are going to have to change related to it. But one of the things that he had said was, nobody signed up for this. Not for the sickness, not for social distancing, not for the sudden end to our collective lives together on campus. And I thought that was a very powerful statement. And I had some kind of, at the end of the semester, some comments related to that I think fits to you all as a graduating class. We didn't sign up for this, but we did miss you all in class and on campus. I know many of you missed your peers and being on campus too. You all shared a bond that no graduating class could ever have imagined. Do not let social distancing keep you from engaging with others throughout your emerging careers. Stay in touch, use your amazing peers from classes and your former faculty as resources. You all thrived and took on this challenge of change in the middle of a semester like true social workers and sociologists who are ready to take on the world. You were all just guinea pigs in a new way of providing curriculum and higher education, but you steered the content and excelled in the process. Sadly, the campus closure carried through the semester and into your graduation, and you all worked so hard to make it to the pinnacle of your education, and there is no traditional ceremony to honor you and your accomplishments, which we are very sad for. But that's why we're here today in this virtual celebration ceremony to recognize the amazing things you've done, and we are so proud of you, the graduating class of 2020. Thank you for joining us in this virtual graduation ceremony. So that is the welcome. So I will pass it on to, I believe Karen Obstick has joined us. Dean Karen Obstick is the Dean of the College of Education and Human Development, which some of you may realize just before this crisis all happened, we became part of that college.
Yes, and welcome, and it's so wonderful to see so many people joining us today. We are hoping actually for something that will honor you in person, but it may be actually months away. But on behalf of the entire College of Education and Human Development, I wanted to congratulate you on this wonderful achievement, and made only more wonderful, as everyone else has expressed, by the fact that you just finished an extraordinary semester. And you really were able to dig deep and do what was required of you to finish everything that you needed to in order to graduate on time. I think the fact that this sort of a virtual ceremony is being held for you probably is really a tribute not only to you, but also to the wonderful faculty that you've worked with, who are so devoted to you that they wanted to honor you in whatever way they possibly could to make sure that this wonderful milestone didn't go unremarked. We are positive that you are going into the world making a difference. Many of you have already been doing that in your careers, and with this additional credential that you have, hopefully new doors will open and you will be part of making a wonderful and positive difference in the world. Thanks again for being with us today.
Thank you, Dean Upsnick. And so now is Michelle Proctor, who will say a few things about her 2 programs.
Well, we are small, but we are mighty. And so those of you who are sociology minors, some of the social work students are sociology minors, which is a wonderful fit. That's why we're all together under one department. And so we have sociology grads and community leadership. Oftentimes, students will discover sociology or community leadership later in their careers. And, we have to do all these equivalencies and do all these things to make it work. But we made it work, and you made it work. And you made it work not only because of those things that were going on, but also in the middle of this pandemic. What a time to be a sociologist, because there's so much to analyze, and what a time to be a community leader, and what a time to be a social worker. All 3 of these things is what we really need right now. All of you are going to make a difference as we come out of this, and we're so proud of you. So with that, I'll hand it over.
All right. Next, I believe on the agenda is Kelly to say a few things about the BSWs.
So I actually wrote mine out. And I want to say first and foremost, congratulations to all of you, the class of 2020. You guys want it to be special, and you are. Again, you can always look back and say, nobody ever did it quite like the class of 2020, right?
True, true.
So that being said, I want to say you have been tested mentally, emotionally, and physically. But no matter what your major, you have all displayed grit, persistence, patience, empathy, and most importantly, gratitude. These are skills we cannot teach and will be arguably some of the most important attributes you will need as you move forward in your careers and education. Your flexibility and dedication to your education, your family, and fellow man shows your willingness to remain true to not only your values of service to others, but also to those of Madonna University. I want to close by saying how proud and honored I am to have been a part of your educational experience, and I'm confident that you all will go out and advocate for change through your passion, leadership, and most importantly, your faith. Congratulations again to all of you, the class of 2020.
Congratulations, yes, to all of our bachelor students. Community leadership, sociology, bachelors of social work, and our 1 master's program, which I'm going to say a few things to the master's students. You guys endured quite a crazy semester. For people who may not know, master's students in their last year are required to do 250 hours of internship. And the semester challenge was to be able to get that in. CSWE, our accrediting body, cut it back a little bit, but it still made it a challenge for a lot of you. A lot of you had to do telemedicine, telehealth care to be able to get your hours in. You had to come up with amazing, incredible strategies for getting hours and working with your field liaisons and your field instructors to be able to do that. I think you guys were, with a lot of the adjuncts you work with in your classes, you were very patient as they learned online systems and adjusted the classroom environment. But as we head into a new world that's going to be very different, you masters and social work students are going to be in high demand. Those technical skills you learn by being kind of kicked out of the boat in the middle of the lake and told to learn to swim are the skills you're going to need in the future. The reality is we're heading in a direction where telehealth, telemedicine is what we may be doing. This Zoom may be where you're living half of your career. So as much as it was a challenge and struggle, you guys took it on, and I feel like you guys are very prepared for your profession. I always tell my students in the capstone class, the professor I had said, you all are going to be my peers in a few months, and that scares the hell out of me. You all are about to become my peers in the field, and it does not scare the hell out of me. I am very proud of all of you, and you will do amazing things. Thank you. So the next thing, many of you sent me pictures and quotes. I pulled the pictures and quotes. We put them together in a slideshow. I'm going to try to read people's names. I'm probably going to butcher some pronunciations, which is challenging, but hopefully it will go well. So I'm about to do a screen share and share the PowerPoint that I have. And from the beginning.
There it is.
There it is.
We see it.
There you go. So everybody should be able to see this. And I will just this is the virtual graduation ceremony for the Department of Social Work and Sociology at Madonna University. For the Bachelors of Social Work students from the Gaylord campus, these students actually completed all of their coursework in the fall, but this would have been their graduation period timeframe. Some of them do often come down to campus or come down to Livonia area for the graduation. But as we're not having one, I did not get pictures or anything from any of them. So I will just read the name of the graduating BSWs from Gaylord. Alicia Brusky, Brandy Colleran, Michelle Eagling, Haley Hockren, Kaylee Limcool, and Amanda Schulke. That was our 6 graduating students from our Gaylord campus who completed their internships and graduated and completed all their coursework at the end of the fall semester 2019. Bachelor students from our Bachelors of Social Work students from our Henry Ford campus. This is our first graduating class from the Henry Ford campus. And we had one student who I got just recently. So originally there was no one from this campus, but I have one student from this campus, Zainab Barrow, BSW 2020. And this is her quote. And she is in the first graduating class from the Henry Ford campus. The other graduating students from the Dearborn campus are Zainab Abbas, Malik Abukhudar, Alisar Shibab, Shukriya Nasser, Miriam Nimar, Fernanda Sanchez, and Kelly Slayman. Bachelors of Social Work graduates from our main campus, the Madonna campus, the main Madonna campus. Oh, sorry, jumped one. Rayla Books, Rachel Heward, Caroline Koba, Caroline Kowalik, Deja Plump, Stacy Saylor, Shayna Taylor, and Adrian Word. Graduating BSW students from Livonia campus not pictured: Brooklyn Doloff, Jamie Douglas, Stephanie Grabowski, Alexia Harajli, and Paris Richardson. BA in Sociology graduates from the Livonia campus: Felicia Cuevas, Pearl Hunt, and the graduating BA in Sociology not pictured, Kyle Thompson. BA in Community Leadership graduate, Love Webb, now to the Masters of Social Work graduates. Masters of Social Work is only on the Livonia campus, so the Livonia campus Masters of Social Work graduates: Amanda Bullum, Trisha Cassidy, Danielle Dean, Emmanuel Okute, Laura Ferrantine, Labrinia Glasper, Ariana Gregory, Sonia Griffin, Hien Ho, Samantha Hughes, Edith Oler, Shayla Jackson, Penny Jamrod, Stephanie Kendrick, Piper Klatt, Ashley Martin, Bernice Morton, Camille Mupas, Shayla Murnane, Esther Murray, Amanda Northrup, Jacharda Rogers, Rachel Summers, Nicole Stribling, Leanna Turner, Shannon Van Washenova, Rashay Watson, Autumn Whiteside. Graduating MSW students not pictured: Huda Al-Kahafi, Rebecca Barthel, Batul Barrow, Emily Beidinger, Jarek Breckenridge, Kyra Creighton, Nawal Darwish, Taisha Dawson, Shaisha Dudley Shoulders, Eric Gale Anderson, Tiffany Gibbons, Kaukab Hashem, Sarah Jackson, Jordan Johnson, Patrick Lynch, Sarah Markowitz, Ernestine McCrae, Brenda Peterson, Rashana Russell, Catherine Schmaltz, and Jason Shepard. Congratulations to all the graduates from the School of Social Work and from the Department of Social Work and Sociology. Congratulations. I will share the PowerPoint with all of the students. I will be sending that like the emails I've been sending you incessantly about the graduation. Hopefully we'll be sending you a recording of the graduation as well. So from there, the next thing in the program, we're actually really far ahead of schedule. So we're moving up to our speaker, who is Bill Vanderwell. If you've taken a look at the program, you can kind of see everything about Bill, and all the things. I mean, Michelle actually included a whole bunch of information and detail about Bill. But the thing I want to say before I introduce Bill, Bill recently retired from University of Michigan, particularly working in their field department. But I remember meeting Bill for the first time when I was at Wayne State in my first year. And I believe Bill was teaching as an adjunct at the time. And he just was so kind and just so generous and such a friendly person that it made me feel really comfortable about having come to the Michigan area to teach and to being at Wayne State. And over time, as I've taught at different schools, I've always been in touch with Bill, and Bill manages to just share tons of information. I probably have forwarded you guys stuff from Bill sharing job announcements and other things that he sends out. He may have retired from being at Michigan, but Bill continues to work in the community, advocate for the community, advocate for social workers doing good in the community. He is very pro Detroit, pro social work, and he has been in this field for a very long time and has some very, very kind of genuine, authentic social work aspects about him that I think you'll appreciate when he shares a few words with you all. As amazing graduates, even though some of you aren't social work students, many of you in Dr. Proctor's program are planning on engaging in the human services field, fighting for social justice, economic justice, and other things. This is the heart of what Bill's whole career has been built on. So Bill Vanderwell is our speaker, and I will pass it on to him now. And if I can find Bill in here and make sure he's unmuted. Oh, he is muted. Let me unmute Bill. Okay, let's see. Is Bill in here? I'm just going to go ahead and make Bill the host. So
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, Bill.
Oh, great, great. Thank you, everybody, for allowing me to address you today. I'm so honored. You're the people that we've been waiting for. The field of social work, sociology, and community leadership open our arms wide to you. We really need your wonderful energy, your innovation, your creativity, and your passion. I'm honored to address all of you because I have a very special love for Madonna University. I taught there for 24 years in a variety of different capacities, and I really believe that Madonna University is a small university that's big on knowledge and growth. As you enter into the field, we need your scholarship. We need you as practitioners and leaders. There's a little girl whose mom just died of COVID-19, and she's waiting for you. There's a village in Africa with no adequate water source, and they're waiting for you. There are people in northern Michigan who do not have access to the internet, and they're waiting for you. There's a farmer in Roscommon who thinks she's going to lose her farm, and she's waiting for you. The world is waiting for you. So never give up hope. Always think about that you can make a difference, and you want to always hang into your ideas of being a solution-focused practitioner, whether you're a sociology scholar, a social worker, a community leader. We all have to work together because, as Dr. Miles had mentioned, this is an unprecedented time, and you've been able to meet the muster and do the very best, and you have the right stuff. You will be teachers, you will go far. There will be many opportunities for you to touch a human being. As Emily Dickinson said, if I can touch one little bird and put the bird back in the nest, I have not lived in vain. So there's going to be many people where your voice will go with them. They're going to remember you. You may be the person that really gives them that opportunity to, as Jung would say, to begin again. So this is an exciting time for all of you, but also for all of us, because we need you. There's going to be a neighborhood in Southwest Detroit that may need you to advocate for having some houses torn down. You're always going to be in a situation where people are going to be looking to you for your leadership, your knowledge, your growth, and your potential. Never underestimate the power of one person who is passionate. Um, on this special day, this wonderful day, as you know, I celebrate you, but also I have 5 wishes for you. And wish number 1 is that you'll always trust your view of the world. You are systems thinkers. You see the world from a multi-point perspective. You understand justice. You understand the evil of white supremacy. You are action-oriented people that fight against racism and intolerance. So always trust your view of the world. That biopsychosocial perspective is more relevant than ever. And so we must educate and motivate and facilitate wherever we go. And you're the right people, and you know what to do. My second wish is always be curious. The knowledge that's available to you now has never been. And in your career, there's going to be more and more explosions of knowledge. You are really the leaders for the future. And so we entrust the future to you. Number 3 is always embrace your colleagues. Together as a group, we can support each other. In your classes where you have been working with each other, you've been able to be there for each other, and we have to network and support and do all different kinds of strategies together, because the power of we is always better than the power of me. Number 4, advocate with passion, and don't let people say no. There's always a way to do it, and there's so many ways that we can work together and strategize. And number 5 is, why not? People say no, and social workers and sociologists and leaders say, let's go. And someone might say that's impossible. And we, as people that are committed to social action, will say, let's give it a try. So that give it a try attitude is so important. The world is really opening up to you. There's going to be so many opportunities for you to work in non-traditional settings. I know social workers and sociologists that work for Ford Motor Company, that run for political office. We have many social-oriented practitioners and social workers in political office now. Raquel Castaneda Lopez, Detroit City Council. Stephanie Chang, state senator. I could go on and on. You know, we really need to change society and raise hope. And one of the ways that we can do that is thinking about running for political office or being behind the screen and supporting people who are in elected office. We really have to do a major change in our society to confront white supremacy, to confront sexism, ableism, all these things we know about, and we need to really be there on the cutting edge. So again, I give you my utmost respect, my utmost caring. I'm so glad you're my colleagues. I hope to see you in the field, because you're going to have a wonderful career of lifelong learning. And in the end, what matters most is you can say, I made a difference. So thank you so much for allowing me to address you today. The sky's the limit. There's all these new stars sparkling in your sky. So embrace it, be excited, and go for it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bill.
My
Really,
pleasure.
that was so fabulous. Went a lot faster. That was going to be a very, because each of us speaking only took a few minutes. And so we kind of, and the slideshow went a little quicker, partly because about half of the people graduating put in their stuff for their slides. I really appreciate you all doing that. I know that it means a lot for us to be able to see you all, to see your pictures, to hear your quotes. I think as fast as I went through it, maybe a lot of people didn't really grasp how powerful some of the quotes and how meaningful the quotes are for people's lives. The accomplishments you've made, but the accomplishments that you can tell people hope to make in their careers by making change. Madonna University in marketing uses a phrase that says, our degrees change lives. And a lot of people think of that as our degrees change lives for the people who get them. And that's true. All of you, your lives will change because of the degree you have now. But you all came to this department because you want to change lives for people you're working with. We are so proud of the graduating class of 2020 from the Department of Social Work and Sociology. We look forward to hearing from you all in the future about the amazing work you're doing, the change you're making, and all the amazing things you do with the knowledge, information you gain from both working with us as well as working with your peers. Please stay in touch with us, stay in touch with your peers, and go out and be that change. Thank you very much.
Could we unmute for a minute so we can applaud all the graduates?
Yes, we can unmute.
Okay.
Yes,
Everybody?
congratulations,
All right.
everybody.
Congratulations, everyone.
Faculty.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
What you should do is do this.
You guys did it. Awesome job. Congratulations. Thank you for joining us. And yes, you guys did an amazing job. We love you all.
So you guys who, since we're not on the regular graduation, this is what faculty do at the end because these things are really hot. We just go like this. It's like, yeah. It's going to be 90 next week. Oh my gosh.
I love Prochner. She is the bomb.com.
Congratulations, everybody.
I don't specialize in general therapy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone for coming.
Thank you.
Love you
Thank
all.
Have a good summer. Keep in touch.
Thank you.
Congratulations, everybody.
Congratulations.
2020. Congratulations. Yay.
Yeah.